When writing any piece, whether it's fiction or nonfiction, the management of background elements is crucial to creating a cohesive and engaging narrative. Background management refers to how you handle the details and contexts that underpin the main action or themes of your story. Here are some basic tips for managing background effectively in your writing. Introduce background gradually. Avoid overwhelming readers with too much background information at once. Integrate background details into the story as they become relevant, allowing readers to absorb and process the setting, character backstories, and historical context naturally. Show, don't tell. Instead of explicitly stating background details, try to show them through your character's actions, dialogue, and observations. This technique can make your writing more dynamic and immersive. Balance is key. Find a balance between too much and too little background. While you want to avoid info dumping, you also need to provide enough context to prevent confusion. Always consider what the reader needs to know to understand the plot and characters. Use background to enhance the narrative. Every background detail should serve a purpose, whether it's to build the world, deepen character development, or advance the plot. If a piece of information doesn't enhance the story in some way, it may be unnecessary. Maintain consistency. Keep track of the background elements you introduce, especially in long-form works or series. Inconsistencies can distract readers and detract from the believability of your narrative. Relevance to the story. Focus on background details that are directly relevant to the story. The history of a family heirloom, for instance, should be explored if it influences the plot or helps readers understand a character's motivation. Leverage. Dialogue. Use conversations between characters to reveal background information. This method can feel more natural and engaging than a block of descriptive text. Employ flashbacks and memories. Carefully. Flashbacks and recollections can be effective in providing background, but they should be used sparingly and at the right moments to avoid disrupting the narrative flow. Cultural and historical accuracy. When your story is set in a real-time period or involves specific cultures, make sure to research thoroughly. Accurate details will lend credibility to your work and respect the experiences of those from the culture or time period you're portraying. Subtext is your friend. Often, what's unsaid can be as powerful as what's stated. Use subtext to suggest background elements, relying on the reader's ability to infer and piece together information. Edit for clarity. During the revision process, look out for sections where the background might be confusing or unclear. It's often helpful to get feedback from beta readers to identify parts that may need more clarification. Integrate with the narrative voice. Your choice of narrator or point of view can influence how you present background information. A first-person narrator might share personal history in a reflective manner, while an omniscient narrator can provide broader context about the world or other characters. By following these tips, you can manage background elements in your writing in a way that enriches your story without overloading or distracting the reader. Background management is a subtle art that requires practice and finesse, but mastering it is key to crafting compelling, believable narratives.